Yo, guys, welcome back to InControl Podcast. It's me, James, with my co-host Matthew. As usual, Jason's being a schmuck and is not here.
Mm-hmm.
Almost hit 1 month straight, but schmuck as usual, he did not. So we're just gonna go straight into the menu right now. Obviously, some York United talk. We're gonna quickly go over the youth sports picks. Toronto FC, there's lots of news there. Canada soccer, go a little bit in depth with the Alfonzo Davies situation, news around the world, and obviously Prem predictions. It doesn't seem like a lot on the menu today, but there's just lots to cover in those sections, so
Mm-hmm.
don't worry about that.
Yep. And before we get into York United, make sure to like and subscribe down below. It takes you like 2 seconds to do, and it honestly helps
This
out
is
the
totally
channel
not our
so
second
much.
take.
No, not our
Okay.
second take. It's not like I forgot the first take. So,
Yeah, this is not our second take.
hey,
Okay,
at least we didn't
so
have to stop the podcast on my mistake on the first take. All right. So let's jump into York
okay,
United.
okay.
In the
So
draft. So
quickly go
James, you'll
over the
take this over.
draft. York United had the 5th and 13th pick. First pick, they took Christian Rossi, 4/wing from Trinity Western, someone West Coast. Is a based on the highlights that they showed, we didn't go in depth. So I'm not gonna go in depth on the players. But like a tricky player, had some flair on him. Not sure if he had academy experience before. He was a freshman. And then we took Soji Olatayu, who I think was a Sigma guy. So I thought he was gonna go to Forge. They might. I feel like Forge would have took him in the second round.
Mm-hmm.
If we didn't take him, guy obviously from York University, so local. Um, just like how the MLS, you don't gotta count out on players from the draft coming in. Uh, it's like Kamal Miller, Alistair Johnson, Rich Chilarea, Kyle Lauren, Buchanan, players like that in MLS. They came in the contributors for the Canadian men's national team now. And in terms of for the U Sports and CPL, guys like Johnson for York United came from the draft, and now he's a contributor for the team. Especially Halifax, you see them using their draft picks a lot. So yeah, interesting to see how those work out. I wonder if they're going to be used a lot. If you can't really I was gonna say loan him out, but there's no really to loan him out. Like if you want to
Yeah.
get him game experience, it's kind of you just I think you renounce the rights. I
Mm-hmm.
guess you would just still keep them. Anyways, interested to see how they go. I really like the those two picks.
Mm-hmm. Well, I
So,
am looking at Soji Olatoy's stats. For
mm-hmm,
some reason, on the York University website, he only played one game last season. One
mm-hmm.
game, one start, 8 shots, 5 on target, and that's like the only
It's
stats we
COVID,
get.
maybe.
Maybe.
It's COVID. But yeah, it's especially for him not having to move, and he's literally playing in York, like York Lions Stadium again. So it's gonna be
Mm-hmm.
comfortable for him in terms of not having to move and being comfortable on the pitch. He just has to, what's the word I'm looking for? Climatize, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I guess. Climatize
Sure.
himself with the team.
He was
I
actually.
was looking.
I'm looking at it now. It does say he got second team All Canadian honors, and he was in the OUA East Star
Yeah,
All Star East team.
yeah.
Started
Oh
seven
yeah, just
games.
for the people
Yeah.
that didn't know, this draft is for teams. You can only draft people for played for Canadian universities
Mm-hmm.
or U Sports as they call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone in U
So
Sports, which is all like the Canadian
yeah,
colleges and
you
universities.
could be an international player too,
Mm-hmm.
as long as you play in U Sports.
Yeah.
So to Toronto FC, there's lots of stuff to talk about here. So we're gonna talk about a few ins, some contract renewals. Obviously, Akinola has got his contract renewed on a
Mm-hmm.
3-year deal. Perusa's also got his contract renewed. Akinola, obviously, they're early on. They were talking about links to Vancouver, and people got worried a little bit. Um, Now we got him locked up. It seems like at least the way they've been talking that they're kind of just trusting in Akinola.
Mm-hmm.
If Bellotti doesn't come, which Bellotti is like, I'm just saying like 15%, 20%, whatever. They're trusting in Akinola, which I'm fine with. If it
I
doesn't work out, then we're gonna have to make the big move. But he proved when he had the chance, he scored and did what he had
yeah.
to do. Obviously, I think he blew I can't remember. I think it was he blew up in what was that? I'm trying to find the name of the tournament. What was it
The
called? The year of
MLS
COVID.
back to
Is it just MLS back or was it like MLS Disney something?
MLS is
Because they
back,
played
I think.
MLS back tournament. Obviously, I
Mm-hmm.
think he had 3 goals, 3 games, something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember. No, he scored that chip goal over in against Montreal. I'm pretty sure.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I
But
don't
yeah,
know when he returns
Akinola.
back from injury. Do you know when he returns back from injury?
No, but isn't he training like somewhat? Isn't he training for preseason with them? Like light
Uh,
training because he's like still coming back.
I don't know. Might be doing like some jogs around, just getting some touches on the ball, but
Maybe.
I don't
Yeah.
think. I don't think so. Because if he's still doing the treadmill with the blow up thing and he's light, I don't think he would even be
Hmm.
doing touches with the ball.
Yeah,
So
because
I'm not sure.
I think him and Prizzo are gonna be in like within the same month. I think they're both
No,
gonna
because
come back.
Prizzo's already in training.
Is he?
He was, yeah, got they confirmed he was been in
I don't know.
training. Just want to talk about
But yeah,
him
Akinola would
soon.
be like I'd like him to start, but realistically, if we bring in like another striker,
Well, obviously, yeah.
I think he's
Wait,
gonna
yeah.
be the backup striker. I
Mm-hmm.
don't see us playing like a 4-4-2 with
Mm-hmm.
Insigne on the left, but you never
Cruz is
know.
also, yeah. Cruz is also a little interesting. I wasn't sure if they were gonna re-sign him.
Hmm.
Um, he was kind of highly regarded. I think for the youth when he was 16, he got called up to the U Canada 20 team. Mind you, that was a different time in Canadian soccer.
Yeah.
I think we lost. Like there were still some good players on there. On there, don't get me wrong. Like pretty sure El Kello was on there and stuff. That's a, but they like lost to St. Kitts and Neves. Although I
Ah.
think it's because of Andrew Oliveri, but I'm not gonna talk about how this
Hmm.
schmuck got um, promoted. Um, they had like Alessandro Busti. Oh, don't get me started with Alejandro Busti.
Hmm.
Okay. But yeah, he played in Empoli. I think he started at TFC, then he went to Empoli, then he came back.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was born in Italy or if he was born in Canada.
I'm
I
pretty
can't
sure he's
remember.
born in Toronto.
Anyways, I want to see him given a little more of a chance. We'll see if Bob Bradley, new coach, press, see if he's given a chance. Onto a homegrown signing. Obviously Luca Petrasso we talked about last week, and I think Kobe Franklin was confirmed by people that are verified, but
Hmm.
it hasn't been officially announced. And you can kind of see in the videos that he's training there.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they're just trying to see if they're gonna have him for the MLS Next like two team, if before they announce him. Even though I still could think Luke Petrasso might too. The homegrown sign DeAndre Kerr. Actually a very interesting prospect. I first saw him at the U17 tournament for the World Cup in 2019. He actually wasn't even called into the CONCACAF like qualifying to the tournament. I think he either wasn't on the radar. I can't remember. I think he was on Whippy or he was at TFC and then he was playing at Whippy for a little bit and then he just got added like to TFC like before that tournament happened and then that's why he got called. I don't
Okay.
know. I could be saying the most dumb shit, but I remember them saying when he got called that he played for Whippy.
Hmm.
So if he's a homegrown, they must have signed him around that time.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, he was playing centrally for them. He was like a really good box to box, good physical presence. Um, but
Hmm.
looks like he's been playing mostly on the wing for Syracuse.
Hmm.
Um, as a freshman, he was part of the ACC, which is the conference all
Yeah.
freshman team, and led the team with 4 goals and had 4 assists in 12 matches. And then his sophomore year, he had 9 goals and 12 assists in 13 starts, and was in the top 100 college players rankings from Top Jar Soccer, which are basically like the top guys to find information on college soccer. I think
Hmm.
it was like 40th. The reason he wasn't taken in the draft is because we held the rights because I think we had him signed before, like I said before.
Yeah.
So he was able to go, and then I think we had the same for Jason Russell Rowe, who's currently at Maryland right now, who was also part of that U17 team, who was
Hmm.
the one who scored against, I think he scored Brazil and against on Angola. He's playing in Maryland right now. I think we still have the rights for him too. Also, wouldn't be surprised if he was also at this camp. Um, I actually knew Kerr. I didn't know Kerr was signing, but I knew he was there at the camp because on the video, like before they announced it, you could see him entering the bus. I was like, oh, I guess he's there. I
Hmm.
actually really liked him essentially. I don't know if they're gonna continue playing him on the wing. Um,
It's good that
who
he's
makes him good.
versatile.
Well,
Like it's good that we can play him
hmm
in the middle, out in the wing, and he's gonna be like productive. As long as he's productive, I could see him playing anywhere.
we'll see. I know that at least when I was watching him, what made him good is his physically how physically dominant he was.
Hmm.
So I don't know how that translates to this game. Um, he was still good technically. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying he had like he couldn't freaking make a touch and pass, but he was like what made him good is how physically he was a really good box to box type of
Hmm.
guy. So that's interesting. Um, did it say what type of contract? It was just homegrown.
It's
Um,
yeah, they just said like
yeah.
all homegrowns, but it's
Yeah.
basically like we signed them on a contract is what it
Yeah.
looks
Yeah.
like. He's probably
Yeah.
I do you see him going into this team or do you see him like going to the MLS's next?
I could see both honestly. I could see him because the way he just fast tracked to that Canadian, like he was playing if he was playing for Whippy at that time, mind
Hmm.
you, like I said before, don't know if he was on TFC before, but if he was playing on Whippy, Whippy's team in
Mhm.
2019, and then he just got called up to the national team. He had to just come out of nowhere, and people really had to see good stuff in him because I'm pretty sure he started all 3 games against Angola, New Zealand, and Brazil.
Mhm.
So they must think really highly of him. Um, Obviously, it depends on what Bob Bradley thinks of him, where
Yeah.
they see him, if he fits. Um, Even if he goes to MLS next, he could still have a big part in the second half of this season. So I think I don't even know because it's hard to tell now because we don't really know how MLS next works. Like we don't know how people or clubs
Mhm.
are really going to use it. If people are going to use it like just to sign like 30-year-old guys and just keep them on like the second roster,
Yeah.
or are they going to use it just for? I'm assuming most people are going to use it for youth players. It's
Mhm.
my assumption. I think it is. Is there would there be rules? I think there might be rules on
Um,
like age. I feel like there would be, but I don't know.
there should be, but it's probably like very like loose, like the ruling.
Yeah.
It's probably like
Mhm.
you could play players who are older if they're coming back from injuries, like that type thing. It might
Mhm.
be like U23s with like 3 players over the age of 23 or something.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Might be. But yeah, I see us actually. I wouldn't mind him being there because it would be sick too if we could just clap cheeks in the MLS next
Mhm.
too. Show how good our academy is. Also we signed Ranjit Singh. I'm assuming it's Ranjit Singh because obviously Singh, center back, is also Trinidadian, and Ranjit Singh's Trinidad. He's from pretty sure he's from Mississauga.
I saw
Let me get that
Scarborough, but
right
I'm not
here.
100% sure.
We're gonna get a yeah, Scarborough. He has been called up for Trinidad, but he has not played a match, so he's still getting eligible. He was part of the 2019 Gold Cup, but didn't make an appearance. He's played for the Union, Minnesota, Orlando. I don't think he's. I think he's barely. He's been the backup for all those. If I get a fact check, how many games he's actually played. He's been a back for most of them. Um, oh, I forgot what's his name. Patterson Sewell. I can't forgot,
Patterson
but I
Swell.
think
Yeah.
the goalkeeper I'm talking about that
Mhm.
TFC2 had. We
The
let him
Braz
go, so I'm assuming
uh
this guy Greg is gonna be the third keeper. Either he's gonna be
so
just
what
the
were you
third
trying to
keeper in the
fact check?
roster. Pardon?
What were you trying to fact check?
How much games he's played? If he's played any games in MLS, or if
Okay,
he's just,
basically, from what I'm seeing,
has
is
he played a game?
he was one of the MLS pool goalkeepers. You know what that means? It's like
You mean
basically like
MLS
a
pool?
third. I think he was like a third goalie who'd
Oh,
kind of like
so
be loaned out to teams if they needed a goalkeeper.
you mean USL?
Bro, it says MLS pool. Like, yeah,
I don't know
it's
what that
hit.
means.
It MLS pool is like him, Cropper, and like yeah, that those are the 2 goalkeepers that it says are on this team. And from what
Pool
I
goal.
think it is, I'm pretty sure it's like a
Okay,
basically an
seven is
emergency
emerg.
goalkeeper.
Okay, has a set of emergency goalkeepers who are signed a contract with the
Yeah,
league.
okay, so
Okay.
that's what I said. So basically he gets loaned out to teams.
Mm.
So he used to play
Wait,
for Philadelphia,
Um,
like actually on Philadelphia,
mhm.
and then he went uh to the MLS pool where he went to Orlando, LAFC, and then back to Philadelphia on a loan, and now he's at Toronto, and I'm gonna see maybe he played games. He played like 11 MLS games, but I want to see like who he played them for. He played 3 games
Probably
for
Minnesota.
Minnesota, 2 for Orlando,
Mhm.
and he didn't play a single game for LAFC.
I didn't even know he's on LFC.
But he
Yeah.
played a lot in the USL.
Anyways, it's
Um,
bringing some more Canadian players, so I'm not hating it at all. Um, in terms of people on the way in, still because that was freezing paid. I was like, what? The way we had it in the dock, that confused me for a second. Also coming in, confirmed by most people. Um, most reliable people.
mhm.
You're gonna pause for a second.
Oh, pause. I'll talk about this then while he does that. So it looks like Salcedo is going to Toronto FC for 1 million, and we're going to be giving Saltaldo to Tigres, right? I'm pretty sure it's Tigres. I think I saw that somewhere. I'll just double check real quick. Salcedo. Yeah, so it does look like Soteldo will be going to Tigres.
We had that come in this.
All
They're
right, no
ordering
worries.
food, so they're asking what I want my order. Okay. But yeah, so Salcedo been confirmed by some reliable people on Twitter. I'm pretty sure he pretty much confirmed it.
Mm-hmm.
But the club hasn't officially announced it. If I'm pretty sure at the time of recording.
Yeah.
Um, it's 1 million plus
I already talked about
Soteldo
that.
loan. Okay, you already talked about
Yeah,
that.
yeah. But is
There's
Soteldo
also like
going
other
there?
stuff like
Is
rules and
Soteldo
like how someone's paying someone's salary and stuff
is
like that.
Soteldo
That's
going
too
on loan,
confusing.
or is he going to be sold there? Is it like a swap transfer, or
Dude,
is
I
it
don't
just a
know.
loan?
It's lots of weird stuff. I think it's like he's getting loaned there and they pay his wages and then he's selling him to. I don't. It's really weird. It's too in depth for me.
Okay.
You'd have to read into it. Also coming in, not a player. Well, was a player. Paul Slattery, Canadian icon, really underrated to be
Mm-hmm.
honest. Obviously, like before, like it was like he played when it was like no kids. He won a Bundesliga with I can't remember if it was with Werder
I
Bremen or
think it's
Mönchengladbach. Uh, Pretty
I
sure he actually played against Michael Bradley when Michael Bradley was really young in the Bundesliga. I'm actually gonna get a check on that. Solitary obviously was formerly Canadian's men's national coach when Octavio Zambrano was there. He was an assistant coach, and then was at York United assistant coach
mm-hmm.
in most recent times. Um, and like said Bob Bradley, or it's kind of been people have been figuring out Bob Bradley. He's really actually like in what's the word I'm looking for? Really knowledgeable about Canadian game. Really knows a lot about like just about people
Mm-hmm.
and just stuff about the Canadian game. So that's something we've learned in recent times. I'm trying to find him on Transfer Market. I'm probably spelling his name wrong because I don't know how to spell his name. I think we got it here. No, it's not the guy who played for Turks and Caicos. Oh my god. Okay. Anyways, he's a really humble person. Honestly, people should recognize him more. Um,
He did play for
I put
Borussia
him higher up when you talk
Mönchengladbach
about
and Werder
Canadians
Bremen.
like soccer players. Just because he's really humble and he's a nice family guy. People really put him under the don't
Mm-hmm.
really have him as the top tier. Um, but he was a really good player for Canada, obviously. Um, and obviously Bradley sees something in him. He was part of that York United team, like I said in recent times. That that was they said was going to finish last, made to the playoffs, played all the young players. And Bob Bradley likes playing the young players. He just, like I said, knowledgeable Canadian game. So I think that's a
Okay,
really
so I can
nice
confirm.
signing.
I can confirm he did win the double with Werder Bremen.
Uh,
They won the league and the cup
it
in
wasn't he
2003,
never
2004.
so it wasn't with Gladbach. It was Werder Bremen he won.
Yes. And then
And get
he played for Tottenham and Fulham, and he probably played
when did
again.
he play Michael Bradley, man?
Did Michael
'Cause I
Bradley play
swear,
in the No, he'd never played in the Prem. He only played in Italy, right?
no, I swear he played in the Bundesliga first. Did he not?
Did he?
I swear he did. Yeah, he played for
Oh, he did
Mönchengladbach. So
play
I
for
think they might have
Gladbach.
played against him. Oh, that's who was at Mönchengladbach. It was him
Yeah,
then.
they were there together.
Okay,
They left
that's
the
what.
same year too in 2011. Both of them left.
Mm.
Um,
I didn't realize he was
actually,
at Heerenveen for a little bit too.
he did. Okay. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense
Damn, he
actually.
almost made 151 caps. That's crazy. Shell, New Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
Shell Park. That's not, never mind. You guys want Park. Okay, so on the way out, Liam Fraser making the move to.
Oh, I did not add
Uh,
that. I'm pretty sure it's a team that I
not the
cannot
roster. I don't
pronounce.
know how to pronounce it.
Let me give it
Can
a
we get? We're
try.
gonna. Should I
Let me.
put it into Google
I'll
Translate?
give it a try.
You're gonna give it a try. Yeah.
KMSK Diense.
Diense.
Diense. Diense. Diense. Diense.
Yeah,
It's not a German team. It is a Dutch team,
it's a.
second
They
division.
speak French, so
Oh,
I
it's
don't.
Belgian, second
Dude,
division.
I know, but they speak French in Belgium.
Yes, yes.
Actually, it's not true. Grade 9 is probably my best marks ever, so I can't say I barely passed French because that was the only year I took French.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I guess it's. Do you know what the KMK? I don't even know what the KMK SK stands for. But yeah, it does. Dude, it looks like some club that would be in like Austria or Germany or some shit with
Mm-hmm.
that logo.
But yeah, it is Belgium. Belgian.
Yeah.
Actually, I'll check to see if they speak French
Mhm.
where he's playing.
That's true. They could have some different dialect.
But yeah, while you talk about Liam Fraser and how
Yeah,
good he is.
interesting. Some people were saying it's a move he's going down again. Some people were saying it was a lateral move. There's some positives and some bad stuff about this move. I think the positive is this team's it's still going abroad. And abroad you have to it's just you have to play well or you're gone. It's one thing about abroad, and also his team looks like they're in fighting chance to get promoted. Um, so he'll be playing in it's pro league, right? If they get promoted, they'll be playing in the
Yes.
pro league, which would be a good level for him. Although probably won't be going at teams. Well, actually, I don't know because I never seen a game. I don't know how they like to play,
Mm-hmm.
or if they would still be going at teams at when they get to that level, or if they would stay there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's still a good move, just especially because they look like they in a fighting chance to get promoted.
Yep.
It's a good move, but obviously the risk is if it just you could just be stagnant and then end
Mm-hmm.
up just staying at your level.
I did look up what language they speak in the area, and they
Mhm.
do speak Dutch in that area, apparently.
Oh, so they're the side that borders Netherlands.
They're like they're like southeast of Ghent, but they're still in like the Netherlands region, like the Dutch speaking region.
Right here, I wanna
It's like the northern part.
maps.
The northern
Oh,
part and
maps.
the northeastern part of Belgium speak
Dude, what
France.
the fuck? They're so
The
far from the
eastern
Netherlands.
part
How the fuck do they speak
the
Dutch?
eastern part speaks German, and then the southern part and like western part speak French.
Like Antwerp and stuff like I assume they're, but like this they're so far.
Mm-hmm.
They're not even that close, but it still makes sense. What language do Luxembourg speak now? I just saw my map. I don't
I'm
even know what
pretty
language. They
sure
probably
they
speak
speak
German or something
Swiss.
like that.
They speak a bunch of languages. That entire area of Europe, they speak like five languages. Like everyone speaks like five
Dude,
languages.
Switzerland, I swear, has like bare languages.
Yeah.
Because Switzerland has parts of probably Italian that are freaking French, German.
Okay, we're getting a little off topic here. Let's get back to
Fine. We always go off
TFC.
topic.
Marquis
Okay, yeah.
Delgado.
So Marquis Delgado has left to LA. It's confirmed LFC. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't even check what team it was. LAFC for 400K plus 100K GAM. Did lots of good stuff for the club. Um, me included, like lots of other TFC fans. Weren't very what's the word I'm looking for? Appreciative of him when he near the end of the years. It wasn't playing the performances. I feel like we kind of picked on him just because we were just playing bad and we just blamed
Yeah.
everything on him, even though his role wasn't kind of
Bro, he
like.
wasn't that bad. Like I remember going
No,
like
he no. They had moments when he was really good. He was really good,
every
but
TFC
near
game
the
I go
end,
to,
he wasn't obviously as good. But the whole team wasn't good, and I'm not gonna lie and say, oh, he was such a good player, and because I never said
James,
that.
you don't
I'd
understand.
be one of the one that'd be like, oh my god, Delgado gave away the ball at the games. I would be cheesing and be like Delgado again.
James,
There he
you don't
goes.
understand.
Yeah.
Every single TFC game that I go to, somebody's complaining about Delgado. When I
Well,
had my
yeah, near the
season's
end.
tickets, there were like these two girls that always went to the TFC game, and they'd always chat the most shit to Delgado for like no reason. Like
Well, because
absolutely
at the end
zero.
he wasn't as good as he was
No, it's because
before.
Greg Van like he wasn't in the right role. He was like Greg Vanny knew what Delgado was good at, where Armas and
Dude, even at the end of Vanny, people that's like
Perez
kind of when
didn't
it
know.
started. Like he was still with Vanny. But yeah, he was good for like I'm not gonna like I said before, I'm not gonna lie and say I near the end of his career, I was like he was so good. I appreciate him all the time. I I liked him when he was playing during the beginning. Obviously I still support him because it's TFC, but because like I'm not gonna say oh I hated him and I wanted him out of like okay I did Loki want him out of the team,
You
but
did.
I wasn't like oh my like not supporting him when he had the ball. I didn't want him to lose it when he had the ball. I'm still supporting the team,
Yeah.
but it was like he still did lots of good stuff for the club. Um, so I feel like I'm hating on him too much. I'm just trying to not be a fake person over here,
Mhm.
okay? And say that
Yeah.
because he had some really good years,
Mhm.
especially during the prime of the team. When he first came, forgot where he came from.
Didn't he get drafted?
Yeah, I think so, but I can't remember where he came from. Actually, was he drafted? I don't remember.
Oh look.
Let me fact check.
It
I
looks
feel like
like
I'm being
no,
too
it
mean
looks
to him
like
right now
we got
because he was a really good servant for the
so
club. It was
he
Chivas.
his youth career he played for
So we got him
LAFC
with
Chelsea, then IMG, and then he went to Cosmos Academy West, then to Chivas USA, and then I think he was like
ridiculous.
homegrown from there, and
Mm-hmm.
then played for
Mm-hmm.
Chivas for 37 games, which is like about a season, but
Mm-hmm.
it was like over
Yeah,
two
so he
seasons.
probably came with Zavletic.
And then he went to TFC in 2015. So yeah, that
Yeah,
was
okay, I'm
yeah.
being too mean right now. He was a good servant for the club. People didn't like him at the end. I'm not gonna lie and say I liked him at the end, but he's a really good servant. Wish him well, all the best. Good for him.
Mm-hmm. And he's
Okay,
only
so
26. It feels like he's been here for
he's
like
only
10 years.
okay, not 10. Yeah, but yeah, I know what you mean. It sounds like he's
Like,
been here for a long
bro.
time.
Well, he has. He's
Sorio
been here for 7
Sorio has.
years or like 6
Sorio's
years.
been is the longest standing. Yeah. Um, Gallardo was gone. Expected. Didn't work out how
Wow, so
when we first signed him.
you're really just gonna skip over how I had him go to free agent
Free
FC?
agent FC.
Schmuck.
Well, yeah, he's going to
Schmuck.
free agent FC. Um, yeah, it didn't work out how people thought he was. They took the risk and it didn't get the reward, but it was high.
Mm-hmm.
It was a low risk, high reward. Well, not necessarily low risk because it did take a good amount of cap space for a player that wasn't contributing.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of like actual, I'm gonna say actual money, but like MLSC doesn't matter. Um, it was for the high reward. It didn't work out. Wish him the best for him too. He did kind of get unlucky with the injury. Even though
Mm-hmm.
that goal, I remember that game was like bullshit. He didn't
Yeah.
really. It wasn't really his goal, but whatever. Wish him the best. Even though I have a bad rep for Venezuelans now because Sotelo was a schmuck.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now this one is like
I
kind
was about to
of
say Ashley Lawrence. Kamar Lawrence is leaving the club. I'm pretty sure this was confirmed. Not where he was though. I think Bob Bradley said in a press conference. Maybe I can't. I remember hearing about this. I can't remember if he said it in the press conference.
maybe.
Um. Also, in terms of Marquis Delgado, um,
We're
try to
still
say
on
this.
it. Okay.
Bob Bradley was asked about why they let him go. Then he said he trusts in the youth and also the way to build rosters in the league. You have to certain stuff and like he went into all the technical stuff. He also said he trusts in the youth, so hopefully lots of playing time for Okello and Prizo this year.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, back to Kamar Lawrence. Yeah, I didn't have a great season. I thought they would have kept him, but it just didn't work out. He was brought in as kind of like an Ali Curtis guy he played in that Red Bull type system.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I
He
guess
did score.
it wasn't really fitting with
Mm-hmm.
what Bob Bradley was doing or how much they didn't like how much they were paying him, or it wasn't a great fit. So
Yeah.
he's gone. In terms of just other TFC news, obviously the preseason just started, and based how Bob Bradley's kind of talking, people are kind of speculating that we might see Pozuelo in more deeper position this year. So
Mm-hmm.
maybe a little deep line playmaker,
Maybe.
which I wouldn't mind. Just to see how that goes. Um, Looking at other stuff here that would be of interest because I remember putting down there. Oh my god, now I can't find it.
Are you on Canada Soccer
Oh
website?
no, I'm not.
Oh.
And also, if Pizzola plays deep, does that mean Insigne maybe at the 10? I wonder if Insigne would be able to play the 10.
He definitely would be able to play the 10, but at the same time it's like why would we do that? I mean,
Just to
like,
maximize him getting on the ball.
bro, you know what? With the praise that I've seen with Okello playing as a cam, you think that's gonna happen? You move Pozuelo
I
deep to be more creative and give him more space, and then you have Okello
just
pressing
don't think.
from up high.
Try to say, did we talk about Dom Dwyer leaving?
Yeah, we
Or is
did
that
last week.
last time?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we did. But yeah, because that's gonna be probably gonna have either Bradley is probably gonna play, and then you might have Prizo beside either. I don't even know how that would work if he's playing like a 4-3-3. Would it be Brad? Is he playing Bradley at center back? Is he like I don't even know
Give me
how
a
that would work.
second. Sorry about that, guys. That's what happens when my parents try to walk into the podcast while I'm like obviously talking about a podcast. But James was talking about the TFC midfield.
Okay, so yeah, I think I was talking about Prizo. Yeah, so how fitting Bradley, Prizo, Kello, and then if Pozuelo plays deeper, how that would work out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's very interesting. And then choose because Prizo and then think maybe have Bradley as a center back, which I don't think he'll do unless we were really gonna play super possession based. So we don't really know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I really like the direction Bob Bradley's heading, especially I like how they're bringing all these young Canadians and how we're gonna play more attacking football again.
Mm-hmm.
So on to Canada news. Two retirees actually.
Yep.
Arfield, obviously didn't end on the greatest terms. People were mixed with him.
Mhm.
Some people were kind of hoping that he was going to be in this camp because Witherspoon's injured. I don't know if he retired because he didn't want to go to this camp and he was just like no, or if he didn't get called to this camp, so he was basically like, I'm not going to be in this camp anymore. There's
Yeah.
probably some, especially the way Hernan is and how they're always like planning like far ahead. That there was realistic conversation saying what his plans are for
Mhm.
the team. And he's like, I might as well just at this age and what my aspirations are to focus on my club career and being with my family. Uh, like I said seconds ago, he didn't end on great terms just because of obviously the incident where Herman just said he picked up a niggle and then Hoylett put the cap and I think someone else put the cap like Kamal Miller. That might be fake news. I gotta remember if Kamal Miller did it, but I know for sure
Yeah.
Hoylett did it. The people basically were saying that he's kind of distant from the squad and that he just always misses it, even though
Mhm.
he did at the beginning come play like Dominica. He was at the 2019 Gold Cup. He
Mhm.
played in those matches too. Just near the end, it didn't on great terms, but he was still a good servant. He was the captain for 3 years, I think.
Yeah, something like that.
Um, so shout out to Arfield.
Mhm.
Labe retired. I don't know how much years. Labe's been there for a while,
Yeah.
but
And
the only
she's
difference we
like,
don't have transfer market for this,
yeah.
so we can't get an exact check. I don't know how long she's played here. We're gonna get. Should have won the best goalkeeper in the
She's
world.
played for
Wait, did she
Canada
end up
since 2008.
2008? Yeah. So I don't know
Mhm.
how long she's in her club career. Also, I don't know why she would move to
Um
PSG if she's playing
she started playing her
retiring.
club career in
Uh,
2006 with the New
yeah.
England Mutiny, and then she
Okay.
went to some team in Sweden, and then she
She was
went to
pretty good at playing
FK
soccer.
Obreo,
Mm-hmm.
Washington Spirit, Calgary Foothills, um, Linkopings FC, which
The Calgary
is
Photos
in
was a men's team, right?
Sweden.
I
What?
think the Calgary Foot she played for the men's team. No,
No, that's Women's FC.
because I think she actually played. I can't remember. It might have been someone else.
Maybe. North Carolina Courage, Rosengard,
Mm-hmm.
and then
Yeah.
she played last season
PSG.
3 games for
Mm-hmm.
PSG.
Should have been in the World 11, but
Mm-hmm.
the schmucks, no, bro, 11 for both sides were just
Yeah,
retarded.
and
We're
oh
not going
come
to get
on,
into that. We didn't even add that. We didn't. I just realized we didn't even add that. Oh, there we go.
it's
We
whatever.
didn't add that. It's
It
whatever.
was
You
stupid.
want to go
Both them,
quick over it?
no,
Okay,
no,
yeah.
both of
Okay,
them were
quick over
so
was
stupid.
retarded.
Both of
They
them were
did
so.
a they did a
Stop
freaking
saying
three
the R
three
word,
four.
bro.
What?
Ah,
Oh, they went with the 3-3-2. Some next dumb thing like to get Holland in there. Salah shouldn't have been there. I don't know how Salah wasn't there. Um, and then Davies got smoked too, which is bullshit. And then the women's one was even worse. They didn't even have the player who won the ladies Ballon d'Or.
bro, it was so
They didn't have
stupid. I
any
don't
Canadian
even want to
players who
talk
won the
about it.
Olympics, and they didn't have any Barcelona players who won the Champions League and the league. So that was really weird. Uh, Anyways, on to transfers, Canadian transfers. Obviously, the big one coming recently, Crepeau to LAFC. Apparently, had something to do with his family. They let him go. He's going to LAFC. Was
Mm-hmm.
it? I'm gonna find out how much because I don't have it written down. Don't know.
Isn't it on Twitter? Was it in the
I
thing?
think we have it on Twitter. We're totally not scrolling. Oh, it's 1 million in general allocation money,
I skipped
plus
over it.
incentives that are unnamed and a first round draft pick. So they got actually quite a bit of assets. Obviously, a top five goalkeeper in the league. Um, I do like how this opens up a spot for Thomas Hassel, ready to take it on. If it doesn't work, then maybe give a shot to someone in the CPL. But I really want to see what Hassel could bring because that could be even more depth at the goalkeeper spot for us.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like the direction the new LAFC team is going to. So good
Yeah.
for Crepeau. Probably gonna get more winning ways now too.
Mm-hmm.
So good for him. It looked like a family decision. I don't know what had to do in terms of his family, but yeah,
Mm-hmm.
family comes first for him, which most people I'm assuming.
We also got a rumor
So
here.
he went with that.
Well, not exactly rumor. It looks like it's gonna happen, but
No, wait, it did happen.
this next one. This next one.
The next one is a rumor. People are kind of saying it's set in stone. They're just figuring out the final. People are kind of saying it's basically done.
Mm-hmm.
It's Shostakio loan. I think it's in not till the summer though, and then there's to be an option to buy. Honestly, Sergio Oliveira is officially sold to Roma. Should be a good timing though, because he'll get into Porto right before the World Cup, so he'll be in prime. Not prime. Doesn't mean he's gonna be in his prime, but he's gonna be at a good level. Maybe play some. When does Champions League start?
Champions League starts in September, I think.
September. Yeah, so
For
he'll maybe get some
Porto,
Champions League games,
for
and which
Porto, it
should be
might
nice too.
actually end. It might start a little
Mm.
earlier, depending
Oh
on where
yeah,
they
because
finish
there's
in the
gonna
league.
be there's gonna be so much stuff. Yeah, because they're having an early off season this year, a shorter off season again.
But yeah,
Yeah,
it
but
looks
good
like
for him.
yeah.
That's
You
a really
said
good move. He
option
needed
to
to
buy,
make the
right?
move. Pardon?
You said option to buy, right?
Yeah, that's what's been going out.
Okay, just double checking.
Don't know what the number is. I think it was 7. Don't quote me on that.
7?
Next one, Chapman to Dundee. Was at TFC for a little bit, didn't work out. Got a shot with the new team coming into Miami, didn't work out there either. He's going to take a shot abroad, going to Dundee United. Good move if he could play really well. Wouldn't be surprised if he gets called up to like a camp to get viewed if he's good enough, because Harry Patton's playing at the. I'm not sure if Dundee's in the second division right now. They're in the first division. Okay, it looks like they are in the first division. They are second last, but St. Johnson's below them, and Wilson plays for them. I don't know what his role is going to be, but if he could get starting position, start playing a lot, wouldn't be surprised if he gets a call and then kind of be back in contention to get into the Canadian national team. Other news: Mo Farsi to Columbus Crew. It is said he's going to start in the MLS next team, so it's still making a step. So, good for him, I guess. People were kind of going on him. I was kind of a little bit too, because if you're trying at MLS next, but I'm sure he can make his way up quick. I trust him. Also, didn't put this here, but in terms of CPL news, Maduka is going to be the MLS next coach for FC Dallas, or I think it's technically North Texas Soccer Club. So good for him getting a new job. Probably making good money too. He did leave with a win, so can't complain to him. Once again, this is a league that was made for people to come and then to export them. So we're not getting mad for people succeeding and then going out westward, because that's what we want.
Yeah.
Okay. On to Alfonso Davies.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure
I got
know
this. I got this.
already
I
what
got
it
this.
is.
I got
what?
this. I
What you
did
were
more
saying?
research for this little section. Like, this can literally be like 2 minutes, but I did more
Yeah.
research on this than Joe Rogan did on COVID. So I know what I'm talking about. So it looks like Alfonso Davies is gonna miss all 3 World Cup qualifying games for this window. That's
Yeah,
pretty
he's
much
not
guaranteed.
Yeah.
But he basically has a
Probably
case
gonna
of
miss the next one too.
myocarditis, which is basically when your heart muscle inflammates. It basically like swells up. And no, he's not like the Grinch. His heart didn't grow like 4 times the size or whatever the hell it is. And it's actually very dangerous. It's not, like the Grinch did it, but it wasn't a good thing.
They said it was like he didn't really have it, but they saw some stuff that's like it, or like it was like super early, like, and
Yeah, they
either
caught
early stages,
yeah.
or it's super mild that they're taking it's precautionary. Like when even when I posted on my story, like when I saw it first, I'm like, this is serious shit, which still is. Like, hope he gets better. Like, heart, you can't
Well,
make
yeah.
jokes with your body, especially your heart. But it seems like it's not as serious as we once thought it was, and that they're just taking precautionary measures. He's going to be out for a few weeks. I wouldn't be surprised if he misses, maybe not. It doesn't play again for Canada this year too.
Yeah, I could.
That wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
No, not this year.
Well, not to the World Cup. I mean for
Yeah.
World Cup qualifying.
But I could definitely see him being out for a month. But basically, this is kind of serious, even though they caught it early. Okay, I'll talk about that point later. But yeah, basically, like it can be very serious if it gets like if they didn't catch it early, because it basically reduces the heart's ability to pump blood, or it causes rapid or irregular heart rhythms, which is like basically like going to give you a heart attack. Basically, like particularly with the irregular heart rhythms, it could fuck up your heart's electrical circuit. If you guys don't understand how the heart works, basically your heart pumps on a basis of electrical circuits that flow into it. So if your electrical circuits are pumping and then your heart's pumping at a different time, that's called an arrhythmia. And basically arrhythmias can cause cardiac arrests or heart attacks, kind of like Christian Eriksen. I think he had a heart arrhythmia that like
No,
turned into
thing did.
a
Aguero
cardiac
did.
arrest. Yeah, Aguero did
Aguero
have a
did.
heart
That's what
arrhythmia.
Aguero did.
Yeah, but Aguero would have had a heart attack if he kept on playing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's like one of those
That's
things.
what I'm saying. Yeah.
So that's why it could be so dangerous if you don't catch it at this
Yeah, but they
early
said
stage, like
yeah,
Alfonso
yeah,
Davies,
whatever.
right?
Yeah.
So there's basically two theories that I have on this
It's
myocarditis.
not serious. It's basically what
One
yeah.
is it might potentially be the COVID-19 that he contracted last week or like a few weeks ago.
That's why they did it, because it was right after he got COVID and he was
Yeah.
coming back, and they
could
do that. They said they did that test for everybody
Mhm.
because it's a possibility to get it
Yes.
after COVID-19.
Yeah.
That's where they found it, so it's
Mhm.
most likely.
And it's not the vaccine
Mhm.
before anyone starts like yapping up or the booster or
We're not
whatever.
we're not going to
It's
talk
not.
about the
We're
vaccine
not
because
talking
it's just
about that.
politics. So we're not going to get into that
It's not
stuff.
politics. It's literally people are just like spouting shit. So it's either that or it could just be like he's been working hard for like so long. Like it could just be like something that happens if your heart's working too hard for a long period of time. So it might just be that too. So we don't exactly know where it's from, but there's basically two theories going around. But other than that, I don't think there's too much information that I have on it.
Yeah, just get better, get
Yeah,
well.
he just has to
Hopefully
rest.
nothing long term for him, and he
Mhm.
gets over it.
Do we know if anyone else on Bayern Munich had a
No.
myocarditis? It's just him?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
So just
moving on.
world news. You want to go? You want
Yeah,
to go for it?
basically just have like 2
What do you
points of news. Basically, Coutinho's back in the Premier League and he came back with style.
say?
He came on with like I think half an hour to go or something, and he
I don't think it
basically
was over
got
though, but yeah.
he got a goal and an assist to tie the game against Man United. And obviously he used to play on Liverpool and they have like a huge derby and rivalry. So that was fun to watch. Hopefully he does better these next few games. I kind of want to see him get a hat trick maybe. It would be interesting.
Little Hattie.
Yeah. And then
Wait, has he played Man City yet?
not yet. And I hope
Oh,
he
that'll be.
I hope he
That's when
does
he should
because he
get the
does. He
Hattie.
didn't really play too well against City, from what I remember. I mean, like back when he was playing, Liverpool weren't exactly the defensive team that they are now. So, like, they didn't have a good defense. They've always played the same way, but it's
We
like
still had it, bro. Are you disrespecting?
okay, but like Lovren,
Sacco and fucking Lovren, bro.
yes, I am.
Don't ever disrespect
Yes,
Sacco
I am.
and Lovren again.
It's like that meme where it's like a Ferrari at the front, and then like I forget what it was in the middle, but it's like some shitty rusty car at the back. There's like a meme. I forget. It might have
I
been
know
like
which meme
Lamborghini.
you're talking
Yeah,
about.
yeah.
But don't ever disrespect Lovren like that
I will
again.
disrespect Lovren like that on a regular basis. But
What did he do to you? What did he do to you?
he's just actually I should be praising him because he's shit. Thomas Partey has also had an insane 48 hours. He got knocked out of AFCON with Ghana. He traveled 300 plus miles to Liverpool. Was it in Liverpool the last game?
At what?
Arsenal, Liverpool. It was in Liverpool, right? So he traveled
When we
3,000 miles to Liverpool.
No, it was in Emirates.
It was in the Emirates? Okay, so he went to the Emirates.
You're talking about the game today, when he wore the McDonald's uniform?
Was that today or was yesterday?
Yesterday.
But yeah. The one with the McDonald's,
it was in Emirates.
Then he got knocked out of the EFL Cup by Liverpool. Got sent off in the 90th minute. Man's had an insane 48 hours. I don't even know what to say about that. Honestly, heartbreak. It's just pure pain. Who did they get knocked out by? Who did Ghana get knocked out by? I should have put it. Ghana soccer. I gotta love when you spell soccer wrong.
I didn't think of
Oh, to Comoros. Yeah. They lost to Comoros in the group stage. And that like knocked him out.
Mm-hmm.
So they came third. Oh, it says they topped their group. I might be looking at the wrong thing. I'm looking at Google, and Google does not exactly have the best information.
Now you're making me think of that goated team, bro. That Liverpool team was disgusting.
Which team?
The Liverpool team. The
Liverpool team?
That team, bro, they had that game against Dortmund where we were like down, I think 4-1 on aggregate, and we scored like 3 goals.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, Mignolet, fucking elite.
Okay.
Lovren and Sacco, elite. Nathaniel Klein, bro.
Okay.
Albert Moreno, James Milner, we already know.
Mm-hmm.
Go. Emery Chan was Lallana, the boy.
Oh.
Firmino was still playing Cam at that point. Mm-hmm. Coutinho. I think we still had Sturridge.
Yeah.
That's when I think we just signed Origi.
And then
we still had Thomas Skirtle. We still had Tuck Sturmo. We still had Lucas Slade. What's that thing he says? I forgot what he said. Lucky. What was it?
Unlucky.
Unlucky. Bro, Joe Allen.
Oh my Jesus.
Don't ever disrespect. Yeah, that's all I
That
remember.
Liverpool team was special.
It was special. That team was
Okay.
elite.
So I guess we just jump into the Premier League predictions.
Actually, no. Before
a
we
short
talking
episode.
about AFCON, I want to go to AFCON for a second.
Oh, yeah?
Just want to go brief over. Okay, so we're gonna talk about the groups real quick. So Cameroon obviously made it Group A. Burkina Faso second. They have Adama Traore back now too. Not the other. Wait, his name's Adama Traore too, right? The Burkina Faso one.
Yes,
Is
I
his
think
name
so.
Adama
I
Traore
think
too?
so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they made second. Cape Verde almost made it. I think they have a full Portuguese staff, but I could be wrong. Shout out Cameroon. They did host a tournament, so I expect them to go first. Group B, Senegal won as expected. Only got 2 draws though, and only got 1 win. Should have done better, especially with got oh my god, Guinea was their team, the second best seeded team there. They should have done better. It might have been Zimbabwe, but oh my god, I keep saying this. Guinea came second. Okay, Group C, Morocco came first. Gabon came second. No Aubameyang, just Lamina. Comoros came third, and Ghana came last.
Yeah, it
as
was
we
crazy.
talked about before. And they lost to Comoros 3-2. It was like some crazy shit. Group D, Nigeria first, won all 3 games. Egypt, second as expected. They just lost to Nigeria. Shout out Salah. I forgot to shout out. Okay, I'm not gonna shout everyone because I miss people.
Yeah.
Sudan came third in Guinea-Bissau. I thought Guinea-Bissau was better than Sudan, but whatever.
Yeah.
Group E, Ivory Coast won as expected. Equatorial Guinea in second. The only player I know from there is a guy from Cadiz because I did a Cadiz save last year in FM, and he's like a right back. He's all right. He was all right. Third, Sierra Leone, and fourth, Algeria. The last edition's winners finished last place in a group with. I don't even know what they lost to Ivory Coast.
I'll find out.
To check the games. Okay, I'll check the. Let's talk about
they
Group
lost
F.
3-0, 3-1 to Ivory Coast. They lost 1-0 to Equatorial Guinea, and they tied with Sierra Leone 0-0.
That's tough. And they had their check. Can you check if they had the other big boys?
They
too?
did. They did.
That's tough.
Mahrez, Balani.
Shit,
Slimani, Benrahma.
Oh, the Slimani too.
Atal. Everyone on FIFA knows who that is.
They have that. Brahimi. Did they have that? Benashula left back. I don't want to say his name. That was looking disrespectful. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Benasabani.
Yeah, that. Yeah.
Yeah, they had an insane team, and it's just
yeah. Group F, Mali, up in basically the Canada of Africa. They're up and coming, built different. They actually have bare players like underrated players. I swear like half of their teams on like RB Leipzig, but
don't they have that like insane center mid on FM that like
Haidara, or talking about Alex Mariba? Mariba's not Mali.
No, he's not. Fuck, isn't it like close?
No, I thought he was Guinea, but I could be wrong. They have
he's Guinean.
Mali have Bisomo and Haidara. They also have Koulibaly, but not that Koulibaly. A different one. Was he playing for Guinea this tournament or no? Let's get a check on that. I was talking about that. Continue talking about that group. Gambia came second. Dude, there was some guy almost scored an absolute banger. Like it was insane. He was like from 40 yards. Like they didn't even have a wall.
Okay.
And this guy just said, "Let me shoot it just because," and he rifled that shit and it hit the crossbar. It was the guy that plays for Atlanta. There's 2 Gambians that play for Atlanta. It was one of them. Both of them are really good. But he tried banging that shit, and it would have been disgusting. And Tunisia came third, who were in the World Cup last time. They also have a really solid team. Yeah. And then Martina got unlucky with the draw. They came fourth.
Yeah. I feel less stupid thinking that Guinea is Mali because their flag is straight up reversed. So yeah, Mali is green on the left, Guinea is red on the left.
Also forget Guinea has Naby Keita, so shout out.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah. Also
Pogba's brother. Okay.
Aren't all the Pogbas technically like from there?
Yeah. But where's Benin, bro?
Who does Benin have? They have that one striker.
They have that. Yeah.
What's his face?
He plays in France.
Yeah.
He plays in Dion, I think, or
shout out
Guinea.
Team. Or not Guinea.
Shut up. Well, shout out Guinea too.
Shut up Benin.
Benin. Yeah. So that happened. Now we go to predictions. We're gonna go quick with this.
Yeah.
I'm hungry. I'm gonna be honest.
Yeah, low key, I also want to eat.
I'm
Um,
also on Cliff. I'm safe too.
what
Okay.
what are we gonna do with the random number generator?
Oh yeah, because we're just are we? No, let's keep it the same.
I
We
say we
just
go
keep the same.
0 out of 7.
F-
I don't even know what we were at
Dude,
last
he's
time.
at
I say we just
49.
go
There's no
7.
point. There's no either
Yeah.
way.
Okay, so
He's
basically,
not coming back.
last week, James, you got 6, Jason got 4, and I got 7. So in total, James, I'll let you say let you say that number there.
69.
Hell yeah. And then Jason got 49, I got 85.
Yeah.
So it looks like I'm running away with it, but it's still close. It's only like 16 points, so it's still somewhat close. Like if I have a nightmare like 2 weeks and James gets like 10-10, then he could catch up.
It's wraps. Yeah. But it could be the same for Jason Catch Me too, to be honest.
So yeah.
So
Do you want to go me, you, and then Jason last every time? Like we just me and you alternate.
I
Jason,
know
yeah.
what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, I go first. Everton, Aston Villa. That's interesting. Aston Villa is hot now. The Everton just fired Rafa Benitez. 2-0 Aston Villa.
I was gonna go like 3-0 Villa. And if you're gonna go A, I'll go A. And then Jason thinks it's gonna be 2-3 for Villa.
Fuck.
Brentford Wolves.
3-2.
I'm going first.
Why don't you just put 3-2 instead of
this.
2-3? 3-2. That'll be confusing when you read that.
It's just
3-2.
the way that I'm only doing it off the like based off the number. So I see like 0. Yeah.
I know. Yeah, you're going 2-2.
I'm going 2-2. I already got Jason's.
1-0 Brentford.
It's just allow it. So you're on 1-0 Brentford. Jason went 1-4 Wolves. I'm just putting that. I'm just gonna keep the score like that. It's less confusing for me when I look at it. Leeds versus Newcastle. Unless you're gonna put that, then let me know.
Nah, Bobby Wood's the GOAT. Hat trick 3-1.
Oh, you think Newcastle are gonna win? I went 2-1
3-1.
Leeds.
Bobby Wood hat trick, bro.
I went 2-1 Leeds. I don't know. I'm not gonna like predict anything. It's just like I just think that might be the score. Man United versus West Ham. You already know I'm going big boy 3-2 for West Ham. Up the irons.
We gotta do a quick thing here. Talk about Man United, West Ham. Talk about Man United and Ronaldo. Talk shit about every player.
Yeah, basically West Ham are gonna win this game. Shout out to Bowden, who missed like an absolute. It wasn't an absolute sitter. A ball got crossed into him, and it was too low for him to head it, and it was too high for him to kick it. So he had to like try to hit it in with his chest, and I think it went right over just over the net. But they lost their last game. I'm pretty sure Man United drew with Villa their last game. They might have had another game, but I forgot. Let me just double check here. You back, James?
I'm not back yet.
So, matches. Yeah. So they did play Brentford. They did beat Brentford 3-1. I probably should have taken that into account.
I'm good now.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna go.
Man got a booty pick and had to pause the podcast.
Booty's so big, work, Lord, have mercy.
If we get this podcast to get to 20 views and 20 subscribers, then we'll do a thick boy tier list.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say fucking some other shit.
No.
Okay. I'm gonna go 2-1 Man United. You know what?
Okay. And Jason thinks it's gonna be 4-1 United.
That's not even that bad, I guess. Even though West Ham
Southampton
is a big club
versus City. You're going first.
2-1 Southampton.
Honestly, that's honestly like I could see that happening. I'm just gonna go confident. I'm gonna go 3-0 City.
Especially that they're
Jason thinks it's gonna be 2-1. No, he isn't. He's gonna say it's.
Whoa! What was that?
6-2 Southampton.
Okay.
I was like, it's 2-1, and then I look at your score. I'm like, no, it is not.
Yeah.
Arsenal Burnley. I think I'm first for this. I'm gonna go.
Yep.
This game won't be played. That's the thing. This game is not gonna be played. I'm gonna go 2-1 Arsenal though.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Arsenal. They always have a good game after they play a bad game, and Burnley doesn't have Bobby Wood anymore.
Jason, rooting for his old team, says it's gonna be 4-1 Burnley. Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. You're going first here.
I'm going 5-0 Liverpool.
Fuck's sake! Now I have to redo Jason's.
I just for the sake of that, and
Oh,
I
I'm
think we could
stupid.
actually win.
I'm stupid. It was 5-0, and then I put Liverpool because that's who I was gonna put. He went 5-0 Crystal
To
Palace.
be fair, Crystal Palace is really good right now. I really like Elise. Like I said before, I had him in
Yeah.
Football Manager once, and he did bits.
I'm gonna
That was
go
kind of a stupid guess, to be honest, but it's fine.
3-0
Well,
Liverpool.
different.
Even though I hope they lose, but it
You
is what it
first.
is. Leicester versus Brighton.
Mm.
I'm gonna go with. Let's say 2-1 Leicester.
I'm going 1-0 Leicester.
Jason thinks it's gonna be 3-1 Brighton.
Not his Leicester.
Sorry, Leicester.
Leicester.
Chelsea versus Tottenham. I think this is like honestly like game of the week probably. I think Southampton City is also big because Southampton did like beat City that one time.
Man said game of the week, bro. Burnley versus Man United. Are you dumb? Okay. Okay. Is it you or is it me?
It's
It's
you.
me. What I want to happen?
What do you think?
Okay, we'll just go. No, 2-0 Tottenham. Shout Conte.
I'm gonna go 1. Why did Chelsea? 1-0 Chelsea.
Conte the manager, not the player. Even though no, shout the player too.
Yeah.
Good
I'm gonna go 1-0 Chelsea. Shout out to Conte.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, it's just gonna be a park the bus. Jason thinks it's gonna be 5-3 for Chelsea.
It's gonna be 5-3 now.
Newcastle Everton. I'm going first for this boring ass fucking game. 0-0. Oh.
5-4 Newcastle. I'm going some crazy stuff right now.
Jason thinks it's gonna be 2-7 Everton.
Everton. It's gonna happen now.
West Ham Watford. The 2 W's.
It's you or is it me?
That's
it's
you.
me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go 0-0. Unsuspected.
Jason thinks it's
0-0 game, so it's gonna be a 0-0 game.
I'm just gonna say Jason's because I already looked it up. 5-0 West Ham for Jason.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I should probably go like WH.
So Foster.
Liverpool. Sorry. West Ham Watford. I think it's gonna be. Let's just go with a simple 3-1 West Ham.
Yeah, Matt has to put the WH for some reason.
Yeah, West Ham Watford.
Oh, I didn't even take that in. Yo, Jason, bro, you're such an idiot, bro. Okay, Burnley Man United, 1-0 Burnley.
1-0 Burnley. Imagine.
No bold picks at all this week, as you can see by me.
I'm gonna go.
I'm being very conservative.
I don't know why I put it like that. 2-1 Man U.
It's gonna happen. They're gonna collapse without having Babby Wood. The next game, Sean Dyche's gonna be like, "You're literally gonna have no contract if
unlucky.
you don't."
Jason thinks it's gonna be 6-3 for Burnley. Back in his old boys.
Cornet now, bro.
Mm-hmm. Cornet. I honestly think Cornet's too good for that team, but
no, it's not that good. It was just that was like some FIFA, like some shit you see in like FIFA, and you're like, that's unrealistic signing. Like you would see in FIFA career mode.
Yeah,
that's some type of shit. You'd be like, what even is that? So, I think he's the only non-UK player. That like, there's only like 3 non-UK players on that team. No.
Yeah, I think he's the only African player on that team. I might be wrong though.
No,
I
don't think so. Isn't it Dwight McNeil mixed?
No shot, but he's English.
He's English. Brooks Lennon.
Fact.
Okay. Well, technically he might be from the Caribbean, but if you mean
yeah. So Manchester City versus Brentford. I think City's gonna win 5-0.
2-2. Yeah.
Jason thinks it's gonna be 6-0 for Brentford. If that score happens, honestly, I'll give him $100. Actually, I shouldn't say that. Fuck it.
Oh no, you don't. You won't. Well, no, that's been said. That's been.
Norwich versus Crystal Palace. James, you're up.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go Norwich, bro. Josh Sargent now. Fuck Josh Sargent. Josh Sargent. I sounded fucking retarded. I sounded really weird when I said that. Okay, I'm gonna go 2-1 Crystal Palace.
2-1 Palace. And I just realized, because you're editing it, you could just edit out the other ones. You're fine.
Well, I'm gonna bleep it. No, so it sounds like I said some other shit.
If you want, just bleep it. Yeah, if you want.
No, they're gonna think I said some other shit. Okay.
No, I'm pretty sure in the context you should be fine as long as you don't
Also,
bleep
can
too much.
you put in the comments? Is that a canceled word? The word?
I think
I don't know.
I think it is it's like
Being
getting
canceled.
canceled.
Can you hear my family talking really loud right
No,
now?
no.
Okay, good.
Because like there's a streamer Mizkif who used to say it all the time, and then like in December of 2020, he's like, you know what, I'm gonna stop using this word.
Okay.
Norwich Crystal Palace. You went 2-1 Crystal Palace. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
there's bare games this week.
go. Norwich did just come off of a win. I'm gonna go
Also,
like
we gotta
1-0.
say emergency. If
Norwich.
episode probably might be an episode about the Canadian roster
Yeah.
coming this weekend.
I'll probably put that in the description.
Can you hear it now? Because they're talking so loud.
I heard him for like a second, then it's gone. Don't worry about it.
That's great.
And we're almost done. I say we just bullet through this.
Okay, let's go through this. Okay, 1-0 Tottenham. Because I know someone's gonna walk in my room right now.
Yeah.
I can already feel it.
Tottenham 1-0. I'm gonna go Southampton. No, I already said it. 2-1 Southampton.
Yeah. Okay. Jason's doing
2-3 Southampton.
Yeah. Okay. It's you. It's you first.
Villa Leeds. I'm gonna go 3-1 Villa. Oh, someone's in his room right now. Brilliant.
I didn't call that, did I?
We tried the undercut.
Okay, it's fine. Okay.
Villa Leeds. Jason went 4-4. I doubt you're gonna go 4-4.
Dude, honestly, 3-3. It's Leeds, bro. And Austin Villa's on fire. That just seems like a game like that.
And you're first for Liverpool versus Leicester.
Honestly, I'm just feeling a 1-0 right now. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
I'm gonna go.
Nice. Are you putting L? How are we gonna do this? LV?
Liverpool.
LV? LPL? Just put LV or something.
Okay, fine. We all went for the same team anyway, but whatever. Wolves versus Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
You're for. I'm first actually.
You first.
I'm gonna go 2-0 Arsenal.
I'm gonna go 0-0.
And Jason went 5-6. So yeah, James gotta eat. I gotta eat. We did the podcast a little early. Yeah. Maybe we should do it after dinner next time, but it is what it is.
No, I actually prefer doing it this time because then, like, I don't know. I felt more into it. I guess not more into, but I felt my brain was mentally more into it than when we film it at like 12.
Mm-hmm.
Even though today
because
was
it's not so late in the day.
Oh, cool. What's our time? If we add the two
33
together?
plus like 26, so it's like under an hour. I think.
Damn.
We're like around an hour. We're around an hour. It was
quick, and I said at the beginning, don't worry, it's not a quick episode, but we did kind of fly by that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying more energetic though. Not more energetic.
But,
I just feel my brain was there more.
If you made it this far, you a real one. You could shout out your uncle. Is it? Is your uncle that always watches the podcast?
Yes, I think so. He said he's watched it before. We'll see if he watched the end.
Yeah.
Okay, if you're watching, you're gonna text me saying, what should he text me saying?
Mickey Mouse.
Text me Mickey Mouse if you got to the end. Then we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you made it this far, you're a real one. Let us know if you want the Canada video. Just gonna be like maybe like 10-15 minute video. We'll just talk about the roster that gets announced. We'll also talk about it on the podcast if you don't watch the videos. And let us know if you want us to do any like football manager videos, because James and I are kind of thinking about maybe doing.
We basically play that we literally play that every day.
We've been playing it every day in 2022.
Every day that I have free time, I'm playing FM.
Yeah, but let us know if you want us to post like videos where we're doing like a joint save. Yeah, so like just let us know. You can follow us on our social media if you're new. It's all down below. Our personals and our joint ones. But yeah, another podcast, episode 41.
Yo, I'm marred, dude. I'm saying I'm marred.